Welcome back, everybody. Thousands of people will be walking for a great cause this weekend. The Buddy Walk is this Saturday at Sawyer Point. The event raises money and awareness for people who live locally and have Down syndrome. And joining me now is Down Syndrome Association of Greater Cincinnati's Executive Director, Jim Hudson. Jim, it's great to see you.
Good to see you, Bob.
We were just talking about Tara Blake said that she teed up some great looking weather for the event. How about that?
That is perfect. Of course, the most important thing is it's dry.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 60s, 70s for 13,000 plus people. So it's a beautiful, beautiful day to celebrate those who we really care for, who just happen to have Down syndrome.
And beautiful is the right word, not just hopefully for the weather, but for the event itself. It is one of those events where if you've not been down there before, the smiles and the genuine joy at that event is almost unlike any other event that you'll see. Everybody is so happy.
It's so happy. And I think one of the things that I love most is interacting with the families that this is their first time they've ever gone to a Buddy Walk. Little Heidi, who's 6-7 months old. Her family's bringing probably 75 to 100 friends.
Wow.
And I can't wait to see their reaction, just to see this kind of support that's going to be there to love their daughter for years and years to come.
We've talked about it before, just how much the mission of the Down Syndrome Association has changed since its inception, where we were then compared to where we are now, and it's remarkable.
It's remarkable. And the thing that's happening is people with Down syndrome are living longer.
Yes.
So our programs have had to evolve and kind of change just so we can support them with those challenges as well.
How has the change been in the community toward people who in our community have Down syndrome? How much has that evolved as well?
Well, I think, my age, you didn't see a lot of people with disabilities because they weren't included in schools.
Right.
So nowadays, oftentimes we're really working hard to make sure kids are as included whenever possible in their general ed classrooms.
Sure.
But then that kind of ends up, working with Kroger's, who I know Kroger's has a spot coming on up here, and lots of different employers who are employing people with Down syndrome. So hopefully folks are interacting with folks with Down syndrome all over the community.
Outside of just the walk coming up, what do you want people to know most about the Down Syndrome Association?
That we're really here to support people across the lifespan. That our programs and services have never been more robust.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff that shows up on the calendar, but some of the most important stuff is when our staff will go with a family, into school meetings, kind of helping them right where they're at and providing the behind the scenes support.
I remember in my experience learning more about the organization, coming to find that because, people were living so much longer, it started as something that parents had to think a lot about. And then it became siblings needed to start thinking about how they might help a brother or a sister and that kind of thing. And it really has changed the outlook completely.
Absolutely. One of our board members, Carrie Shield, her parents were founding board members in their early 80s, but as Carrie's in her 40s and her sister's in her 40s, she knows she'll have greater responsibility to care for Kathleen, in her older years. So we want to make sure we're not so supportive of the parents, but also the adult siblings.
It's a great way for people to get involved, and many to get involved for the very first time. This walk, tell us about it, give us the details. How can we get involved?
This Saturday at Sawyer Point, 10 o'clock. Get there early because of the parking, because there's 13,000 people. It is a very slow but fun walk, and then we have a huge after party to celebrate our loved ones with Down syndrome.
Do not miss it. Again, if you want to do something that is going to make you just feel better and help a great cause, but you want to be around one of the happiest groups of people you're ever going to experience, get down there for the Buddy Walk. Jim, it's great to see you.
Bob.
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you. It is 9.
Hey there, thanks so much for visiting the Local 12 YouTube channel. Click the links, hit subscribe to get notified anytime we post content to this channel.